So yesterday we were discussing about the Ajax, right?
Yes.
We completed the one example as well. So what you can try, right? So you can try to play all these requests like post, right?
Okay.
Post what you will do, create two fields, two input fields, name and job. Correct? Once you click on the create button, right? So what you will do, send a response to this post method. Then
Okay.
display the response back to in the UI. Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
And also you can play with the register. Okay, so give one registration page there, give email and password. If anyone gives this same email and password, then it will generate a token for you. Okay, by using this token, just display this token. If other than this, anything user gives, right, you will get some 400 error or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, in the case of login as well. Okay, login also same there again. So, like how you can do it. So, delete all, refresh. So, you can develop an application. Okay, there first whenever it comes to that application, right? So, what it has to display, it display the login page, right? In this login, you have to keep email and password. Okay, once I click on this login button, right? Okay, once I click on this login button, you have to display the list of users. Understood?
Yeah.
As a table in another page, what you can do, you can create a list of users. After, click on the login button. Once you display the list of users, what is your next step? You have to show all the users. Okay, so if I will give update, right? Yeah, if anyone wants to update any user, okay, show the list of users in a table or something like this.
Okay.
Like this, correct? So, okay, suppose I want to update any user. So what you will give an update icon or button. Okay, so and also you will give one delete button. Right? Once user click on delete, you have to delete that user. If user wants to update, has to edit and update this. Okay, so you can try this example. You will have a better clarity. Okay, so you can see they have developed a sample application as well. So what I will do, I will copy this. Okay, this is a React app. So like this, you have to show the list of users. Okay, and here what you can give? You can give 2 buttons. Here you can give 2 buttons. Right? In one button, what you are going to give? You are going to give update action. In another button, delete you can give. Correct? In the same way, you can give for others. Okay? So you can try this example on your own. Just let me know if you have any doubts. Okay? So, okay, we'll go to the next topic. Okay, next topic is timeouts and intervals. Timeouts and intervals. Okay, in this we have a first concept called set timeout method. Okay, suppose if we want to execute any of the logic in a sometime later, like, okay, so what it will do, this set timeout, it executes a particular block of code once after the specified time has elapsed. Okay, it takes three arguments. Okay, what are those? First one is a function, and next milliseconds, and next the params, whatever that we want to pass to this set timeout function. Okay, what it will do? It executes a block of code once after the specified time has elapsed. Okay, the syntax is set timeout. It takes a function and milliseconds, next params. What are the params that we want to pass to this function? We can pass as a comma separated list. Okay,
What?
now, sorry, ms is milliseconds.
Okay.
So, a function to run or a reference to a function defined elsewhere, we can specify in this first argument. Okay, next, this is a number which represents the time interval in milliseconds. Okay, which means how many milliseconds is 1 second? 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second, right? Yeah. So what will happen? Suppose if we specify the 1000 milliseconds here as a second parameter, once the 1000 milliseconds is over, after that this set timeout function or this block of code is going to be executed. Okay, so if we specify 0 seconds, right, 0 milliseconds, what will happen? The function whatever we specified is going to be executed as soon as possible, which means immediately. It won't be have any delay to execute it. Next, here if the function takes any parameters, we can pass the parameters to this params, right? After the milliseconds, we can specify the parameters that are going to take by the function, we can specify. Okay, so first what I will do, I will create one example. Okay, save as timeouts. Okay, this button is not required for us. Timeouts underscore js.js. Okay, timeouts.html. Now, what I will do, I will create one function. Okay, what is the function? Function. Okay, greet me. Correct? Console.log. Hi, good evening. Okay, this function is just display the good evening message. Now, I want to execute this function. Okay, set timeout of, correct? What is the first parameter?
Function. Functioning.
Function. Okay, we can pass the function name, correct? Next.
Yeah.
And what is the second parameter? How many milliseconds time that it is going to be executed? How many?
Yes.
After milliseconds, the function is going to be executed, correct?
Yes.
So let me open. Timeouts, right? Okay, now we got something like this. Okay, what I will do? I will give, which means how many seconds?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. So that we will get to know. Okay, so I'm also giving one alert. So you're seeing, right? The greet me function still not yet executed.
Yes.
Now, after 10 seconds of time only, it's got executed, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So next, and also we can have a function here itself, correct? Directly we can define a function somewhere and call that function, or we can write the directly inline function inside of this set timeout, correct?
Yes.
Right? You are seeing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Inline function. Now if we want to pass any parameters, right? So how we can do it? User. So I want to do it like set timeout, correct? To set timeout console.log. I'm going to call this my greetme function, correct? For this, I'm going to send a parameter as a third argument. From third arguments, how many parameters that it takes, all those will consider for the arguments for our greetme function. So now, if you save it, just refresh it. Okay, inline function timeout. After that, greetme executed immediately. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, and we also have a clearing timeouts. Okay, suppose if we want to clear the timeout before executing the block of code. Okay, before the specified time has elapsed, if we want to clear the timeout, right? Timeout function, whatever the code that we want to execute, that we can do it by using the clear timeout function. Okay, for this we have to pass the timeout function parameter. Okay, which means what can I do? I can save this as a let greetme timeout is equal to, correct? So what I will do, I have to copy this below, right? Yeah, I assigned this set timeout reference to one variable. Okay, so before executing this block of code greetme, prior to 10 seconds, what I can do, I can clear this timeout, correct? So for that, what I am going to give, I am going to give one button, clear greetme timeout. Correct? For that, what we have to do, clear timeout function we have to use. For this, we have to pass greetme timeout reference. Okay, so now I will create a button. Okay, button type is equal to button okay, on click is equal to, I can call a function, right? What is the function I have used? Clear greetme timeout. Clear set timeout. Okay, now if we refresh it, okay, if I clear the set timeout, it cleared. So we won't be able to see the alert. We will only see the inline function set timeout. Understood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next we have the set interval. Okay, next we have set interval. Okay, in case of set timeout, what happened? The logic of the set timeout will be executed, okay, once after the period of time that we have specified in the milliseconds, right? So if we want to execute any code that, okay, over and over again, okay, so I want to execute some logic in a certain period of time. Okay, once that period time comes, I want to execute once again and again, correct?
Yes.
Now, in that case, the set time interval will be useful in order to execute any function or any logic that repeatedly for a certain time interval, okay, rather than once we can use the set interval. Okay, so it is the same as syntax of set timeout. It takes a function, second parameter milliseconds, and params. Correct? So what will happen? Whatever the logic that we have written inside of this first parameter, so this logic will be executed after it reaches the milliseconds, and again once that interval comes, again the function is going to be executed repeatedly. Understood?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like clear timeout, we have clear interval as well. Okay, if you want to clear this interval, right, you can clear it by using clear interval option. Correct? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show time, right? Time, what will happen? It will change for every minute, right? So div, okay, time every second. Time p id is equal to, okay, show time paragraph, right? So here what I'm going to give, I'm going to give one button call. Okay, so we'll see that later. So now okay, so I will write one function. Okay, function my timer. So what it will do, how we can create the or get the data object. New date, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to get the time, right, you can get it by using date dot to local time string. To local time string is a method inside of our date object. So from this, I'm going to copy this ID, show time. For this, I'm going to display this document dot get element by ID of show time dot inner HTML is equal to time. Correct? So now what I will do, I will call set interval. Correct? My timer, I'm calling my timer function. And also I'm calling for every
Enter.
1 second. You want to see the updated time always, right?
Yeah.
For every second, the time is going to be changed.
Okay.
I will see how it is displaying the current time. Okay, so after 10 seconds, it is displaying. Okay, now I want to clear this timer, right?
Yeah.
How we can do it? You can create one button. Okay, button ID is not required. Button, what is the stop time, right? Okay, for this I'm going to give on click is equal to stop timer. Okay, what I will do, I will create one function stop timer. Okay, so I will give let timer is equal to correct clear interval of timer function I'm going to pass here. So whenever we click on this stop timer, right, or stop time, it will stop there.
Okay.
Have you seen? It stopped, correct?
Yeah.
Stop time has been stopped, which means it clears that interval, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so where are they are going to use these timers, right? So suppose if we want to show anything which we want to repeatedly call from front end to back end, right? That time we can go for the set interval. Okay, like most of the applications, you may see the if you see, you will have a message icon assume, correct? Okay, message icon with count. Okay, so what will happen whenever you are going to receive a message, that count has to be increased, correct? Yeah, so for those, what the people are going to do, they will call this get messages from the backend, right? For a very specified interval of time they are going to call. Once the time comes after getting the messages, whatever the count that we are going to receive, that it is going to be updated in the UI. Understood?
Can you repeat the last statement?
Yeah, sure. So like suppose we have a login page. Under that we have after login you are showing one dashboard for this application, right? There you have some messages icon there. under the message icon, you have something like count 30, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So if user receives any messages, assume we are storing these messages in the database, right? Okay, in a backend we are going to store these messages. But does user is going to send any request in order to update messages by default, like he receives, okay, in 5 seconds he received 5 messages. Does this 30 is going to be updated automatically?
Yes.
How it is going to be updated? In the front end you have this already. Without interacting to the server, you don't know, right, how many messages that newly received from the for that user. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, unless and until you will call an API, then only you will get to know how many new messages has arrived for that user, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like when you
So what people are going, sorry?
if you refresh that page, that the count will be increased. That type of API, right?
Correct. Yeah. On load of the page, if we call this get messages, on the page refresh it will come. That is correct. But the user is going to do page refresh in order to update the messages count? No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't tell user to refresh to see the count, right?
Yeah, we cannot.
Yeah, by default we have to show the messages count increment automatically. So for that, what we can do, we can perform or we can use this set interval, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In this set interval, what I will do, get msg count. Okay, I am going to call this function for, okay, like 10 minutes, or you can give some 5 minutes interval, right? Okay, in the set of or in the 5 minutes interval, this get message count is going to be called, and this is going to be updated, the count. Understood? Yeah. Okay, next we will see the next one, callbacks. Okay, now if you observe here what we have done, we have written the logic to call the two timeouts functions, correct?
Yes.
This is the inline function timeout, and next is the outer function, which means external function that has to be executed after 10 seconds, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now what happened if you refresh the page? First inline function is executed. Greet me Raghavan is executed. Okay, so what happened is our logic is going to wait to execute the block of code. So if you see, we have executed one set timeout for 10 seconds, right? Okay, after this only we asked the okay, to execute my greetMe function, correct?
Yes.
GreetMe function. Okay. So now after that we have written the logic to perform the timer showing, correct?
Yeah.
Which means by using time clear interval we have done. So is this the logic whatever we have written? Okay, timer showing, is this waits until it completes this 10 seconds and this 10 seconds? I mean to say, I am expecting this logic to be executed, right? This logic to be executed after 10 seconds of this time, 20 seconds of this time, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but what happened is this waits until 20 seconds to execute this timer showing.
No, I think only
We'll
after
observe
10
that.
seconds.
No. Even it waits for 10 seconds? No, right?
No.
No, right? Yeah. So what happens here? So, okay, always the JavaScript code will execute it synchronously. Okay. So if we write any timeouts or async code, okay, our logic doesn't wait until it gets completed. Understood the statement? Whatever this logic you have written, this we can call it as a async code, right?
Okay.
So this is going to be executed after 10 seconds, But JavaScript function is executing synchronously.
Okay.
So what it will do, it looks for the statement, right? Statement 1. Okay, once the statement 1 is executed, the statement 2 is going to be executed, statement 3, statement 4. And here in these two cases, these two statements require some times to wait, correct? But this statement is not going to be wait for to execute these two statements. Okay, always the JavaScript functions are executed synchronously only. Now, okay, remember this synchronous, right? So now, how we are going to resolve this type of thing, correct?
Yeah.
That we are going to see. For that, we require the callbacks. Okay, callbacks or callback function, we will call it as it. Okay, so whenever you go for any interview, you will damn sure you will get a question on the callback. Okay, in JavaScript, okay, functions are objects, correct?
Yes.
Okay, can we pass objects to functions as parameters? Can we pass objects to functions? Can we pass objects to functions as parameters? Yes, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can pass also, we can also make functions as a parameters to other functions, correct?
Yes.
Can we make, I can say, can we make objects or functions as parameters, correct? We can do it. So we can pass these functions as a arguments to another function, correct?
Yes.
So first step, what I will do, I will create one function, print me. So console.log, print me, right? So now function print me got called. So now I'm going to create one function, demo. Okay, can I pass, okay, any parameter, make it as a function param, correct? So can I pass can I call this function by passing an argument of function? Can I do that? Like this?
Yes.
Yeah. Now what happens here? Now this function param will act as a print me function, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So we can call this function whenever we want to call, right? Function param. Okay. So we can say a function that is passed to another function as a parameter. We call that function is a callback functions. Okay, a function that is passed to another function as a parameter. That function we call it as a callback function. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Yeah. Now what I will do, I will create one save as callbacks. Alt save as callbacks underscore js.js. Okay. Now what I will do, I will call this HTML, right? Okay. Now I want to show this timer. Okay, when I want to execute this timeout function, right? After the timeout function. Okay, first before going to this example, what I will do, okay, we'll create new one. Okay, before that we'll understand some concept. Okay, so I will call one function, right? Greet me function. Okay, so what it will do? Set interval, right? Okay, I'm going to call so function greet me. Okay, set timeout. Okay, let message is equal to hello, I will do. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so inside of this set timeout, what I'm going to do? I'm going to update my message. Understood? Following?
Yes.
Message is equal to message plus, correct? Message plus hello, good evening. Now I'm going to return. This has to be executed after 1 second, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to return message. Following? Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do? I'm going to call this function, greet me. Correct? Now, what is the message or what is the console log you are going to get?
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Great. Let me refresh the page. Uncaught expected. I commented it. Okay, here. This next. You observe?
We got a hello.
What we got?
Hello.
Why? Okay, that is the asynchronous logic. What we discussed here.
Okay.
So always the JavaScript is going to execute the code sequentially, correct?
Yeah.
So now what happened here? So if you see this statement, we have executed greetMe function, correct?
Yes.
Okay, this greetMe function has logic of how many statements? 3 statements, correct?
Yes.
Okay, in first case we have message is equal to hello. In second case we have set timeout as a statement, correct?
Yes.
And in the third statement we have message, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So now always the JavaScript code is going to be executed sequentially, and also it won't wait until any of the previous statement takes time to execute.
Okay.
So here what happens? The message is going to be executed immediately. 32 statement, correct?
Yeah.
But after that, this statement, whatever we have written, set timeout statement, it is going to take 1 second of time, correct?
Yes.
So our JavaScript interpreter doesn't going to wait until it executes this 1 second of time code. So what it will do? it immediately pitch into the next statement and it performs the execution of the next statements. Understood?
Yeah.
Now, even if we update anything in this, right, what will happen? We are not able to see in a return value, since prior to this execution only, this function has written this message.
Okay.
Understood? Now, what you will tell? Now I am going to return this message from set timeout. Correct?
Yeah.
We'll see how it works now. Now I am going to return this message from set timeout. Now I will comment this. Correct?
Yeah.
Now refresh the page. What we are expecting? Hello plus good evening, right?
Yes.
Now you will see. You will get undefined. Why?
I think set timeout has not been used.
Okay. Set timeout is executed, but our logic to return will wait until set timeout executes.
Okay.
No, right? We didn't return any statement, but the execution of the function is completed. Correct?
Yes.
Since we didn't return anything, so it returns undefined. Understood?
Yes.
That's why you see undefined here.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now, how we are going to tackle this kind of situation, right? So now, what I will do, I will write one function here, print me, right? Okay, function print me is going to be called by passing this message. Okay, console.log of message. Okay, so now we should not use console.log here. We have to call greetMe function here. Correct? We no need to return anything here. Now I am going to call my print me message by passing what? Message. Correct?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now if you see the execution, now here you can see I created one print me function. Correct? Here just it prints the message. Nothing is going to be done here. So after completion of our logic, I am calling this print me function from this greet me. So for this greet me, I am passing the print me function. Correct? Here,
Yeah.
if you see. Now I can call this print me function, right? Like this, right? So what will happen after 1 second of time? This logic is going to be executed, correct?
Yes.
Then the message is going to be updated. The same message is going to be sent to this print me function, right?
Yes.
So what we are saying, now this print me will act as a callback function. Okay, we are saying to this greet me function, call back, okay, after completion of your code, correct?
Yes.
Is this greet me function is going to be executed the print me function immediately? No, right?
No.
It calls back after 1 second, we can say, correct?
No.
Now you understood callback means?
Yes.
It calls back after some time, not immediately. Now if we execute this statement, or if we clear this uncaught error, greet me is not defined. Why? Okay, which is a capital letter, right?
Yeah.
Now if we refresh it, you see the exactly what we are expecting.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
Any doubt so far?
No.
All right, yeah. So now what we are going to do, I'm going to update this timer to show after completion of my what 10 seconds of interval timeout has been executed, correct?
Yes.
So for that, what we have to do, we have logic like this. Now we are going to pass one function, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here I'm going to remove this inline function timer. So you will get confused if we have both. So now if we refresh this, okay, I want to start this timer after performing this 10 seconds. Now what I will do, I will create one function, correct? Okay, show timer, right? Okay, this function is going to be called after completion of this 10 seconds, correct? After completion of this set timeout. Where is that?
Here.
No. I think I have it. Yeah, 9th statement. So here I will do this, correct? Set timer, show timer. So this show timer, I'm going to pass one callback here. Correct? Okay, this callback is here. This is the callback function. Okay, I'm going to call back this logic, correct? So here we need to pass the show timer. Understood? Now if we refresh it, is it going to show the time? No, right?
No.
Yeah. Greet me Raghavan. If I click on it, after that only you can see the timer value.
Okay.
Correct? Understood that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, tomorrow we will see about the callback hell.
Callback hell.
Correct. Okay, callback hell is nothing but Narakam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the problems that we face if we are going to use the callbacks in our logics, in our code? Okay, callback hell, or we can say nested callbacks. Okay, so I will suggest to practice the set timeouts today itself. Okay, so if you understand this set timeouts and this callbacks properly, then only you will be able to understand this callback hell.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so callback hell or nested callbacks is nothing but the situation where callbacks are nested within other callbacks several levels in deep.
Okay.
Okay, this several levels in deep that we are going to see how it becomes, right, while writing the code. Okay, tomorrow we are going to see for callback hell.
Okay.
Okay, tomorrow are you going to join?
Yes, I'm
Sunday, right? For you, Saturday, I think.
from Saturday.
Oh, okay. Maybe Monday. Okay, we'll see tomorrow about
Yeah.
Sunday. Okay, fine. Okay then. Okay, we will meet tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.